Double back to this, and I really hope I don't veer off topic. It matters the collectives that you have as the face of your company. That matters so much that you have no idea. I walked into that coffee shop that, I posted the video footage of, and right before one of my collectives, one of my writers walked up to me, I was looking at your prices of your merchandise that, you took beads and you made clothes. I mean, not clothes, I'm sorry. You took beads that, yeah, for example, not just a coffee shop. Y'all made handmade clothes, you made beads, you made pocketbooks out of beads and all of this thing. Then I look down at the price and I see like $100, $500, $1,000 for something that I mean, you didn't spend $1,000 on those beads or that fabric. I know you didn't. So you got to try to make the prices match the items. And then with all the collectives working their butts off, I know they don't work their butts off just to go, to actually just go spend it on stuff and not have the money to go do anything else. You get what I'm saying? And okay, so I know I was screaming tip, tip, tip throughout the towns, but if the product is X amount of dollars, how can we leave a tip? How do you know what's in our wallets? What's in your wallets? You don't know. So the bosses, you gotta pay your team well, especially the ones that make the people around them happy. You want to know why? Because when you're happy, you spend money. When I walked up in that coffee shop, I told myself I was just gonna ask for some ice. And I was my face, you can look at your cameras. I was like, oh my God, what the prices? Yo, who's the with the prices? Right? But as soon as the young man, our collective, walked up to me, my writer, and he had a mouthful of beautiful things to say. A mouthful of beautiful things to say. I'm telling you. I was like, I guess I can look through my pockets, put together the change, and make something work. You want that when you're doing business. That means you have something that's an asset, not a liability. You pay your assets. You want to know why? Because they're not a liability, and you don't want them to become that in time. Now, all of our collectives, they're scared of not making it in life or whatever your fears are. And you guys are, I know, because I was the same. I was scared to miss a day at work. I did not even take sick days at all. And when people started to understand and they were like, man, I'm out. Like, I'm calling out, no call, no show, or they're crashing out or whatever they were going through, I stayed. And it was really hard. And the split pay was like $1 and change or 25-cent difference or something like that. So for the ones who are like that, and you can keep a smile even though, I mean, your will is tearing down, thank you. I mean, there's something special about you. And don't let anybody beat that out of you. Don't let anything beat that out of you. Keep growing, keep going, keep showing, improving, and keep showing up for you, and not just you, but everybody else. And you matter. We notice that. We see that. And for the ones who can't show up with a smile and you're showing up angry, we're not going to hold that against you. We don't know. Maybe you're sleepy. Maybe you're hungry. Maybe you've been traveling. Some of the people who y'all don't realize, oh, how can you wake up with an attitude? They didn't wake up. They didn't rise with an attitude. They never went to sleep. Some of them are traveling all the way from the last colony, Florida, Keys, all the way to New York, to Baltimore, to Boston, to Kentucky, to Mississippi, to Europe, to wherever you're being taken. And we just got to give each other a lot more grace. Take it slow. Give each other credit when credit is due. Give each other praise, and not just praise, but appreciation and gratitude and encouragement. So, bosses, I think it's time to summon you to go back undercover and get to know your new crews, because there are a lot of people who are MVPs and who've been here, And there's some collectives who earn that spot without a shadow of a doubt. Now, there's proper placement. You need to go back undercover and properly place your team. All of you. Now rise me to action one more time. And let's just celebrate. Okay? After you do that, God, I saw this girl and I lost my thought. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Yeah, so like I said, you need to go undercover one more time and check on your assets. And your assets, okay, when I made my videos a couple of years back, and when I was on your cameras a couple of years back, I explained it the best. But for the ones who didn't get that footage, your assets are not the fiscal year that you make. They're, the time that you take to see the people representing your brand. Not just a brand ambassador, but everyone. Down to the ones that you think are the little man. Because they're not. All right, so the bosses, all right, I raise you to action. Boom. I'm going to interrupt myself and digress to say protect your energy, to protect it. When you know what you're feeling, understand what you're feeling, but pay attention to the people that's around while you're feeling it. Period. Pay attention to what you're feeling on time and listen to that feeling. And sometimes it's best to stop what you're doing, take a couple deep breaths, explain what you're feeling, explain what you're going through, explain as best as you can, and then get back to what you're doing. For the undercover bosses that back in the day listen, I was right, wasn't I? No, I'm just playing. No, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. But thank you for doing that, and thank you for looking out for your team. And don't just pick out one person and do right for them. You break that, make a big number, break that number, and do right for all of them. If you're gonna have a collective working for you, then you got to take care of your team, so your team can take care of you. Period. Now, if I could, I'd dig in my pockets and give everything I can, but they know damn well I'm broke. they know. I can't even lie. And some of them don't. But they know. Brother, son, they know, right? They know, right, brother? Yeah, they know. They know. But I know that you guys aren't. And if you are, then reach out to the people who fuck with you. And y'all get together and give back to the people who are taking care of you. Honestly, I wish that my neighborhood could do that, but I think that people, I don't think they're doing as good as they think, like at all. And I understand we see each other making mistakes financially, but I'm really good at my job. I think perception is everything, and life is what you make of it, but I think there's a big part that we all missed, and it is what it is, right? Let me say that again, the treasure is the journey, not the money at all. And the more I'm not saying, because I saw your movies where you got mad because you gave away everything and you went broke. Okay, you were supposed to go through that. Okay, being broke wasn't that bad. You learned what you needed and what you didn't. You learned the value of money. You learned the value of people. You learned how low they're willing to go and how far they're willing to go for it. You learned, you grew. And now you can pick up the pieces, put them back together, and keep them pushing again. But the thing is, if you lost everything, then that wasn't the business you were supposed to be in, collective. Figure out what's good for you and do that. And some of you guys are at your jobs and you're bringing down the brand. Oh, I remember what I want to say now. Yeah, somebody's here. All right, cool. You're bringing the brand down. Not only are you bringing the brand down, but you're making the bosses look bad. All right, and the bosses, you're making yourself look bad because they're thinking that they can't talk to you and that you're bad guys based off of previous bosses. They don't even know that powers have already switched in a lot of different places. So why don't y'all get to meet your teams. This is every colony can resonate from this. Every town, every state, every place. Oh, and y'all really got to get the medical. You know what I'm saying? Like, the waiters don't get medical. A lot of people don't get medical, but then that means they're going to work. I remember when I didn't have insurance, and I went through pregnancy with no insurance. That's dangerous. That's like a blood debt now that's on your shoulders. I want to say government, because you're our leaders, and since you're the absolute monarchy, that falls on you guys. That's why I was like, certain positions I cannot take because of the contracts that you sign compromise your spiritual life. And even though you don't understand that, I mean, I do. So I could be. So let me tell you how you loophole that contract. You help not just the bosses, but the people, because the people are paying you every single day everything that they have. So in all actuality, we're still slaves. And we made slavery look good by making each other feel like bums when we don't clock into a 9 to 5 and compromise our time for wages. And y'all know, I want God is saying, say the Vaticans know what I'm talking about with that. I don't know what the fuck that means, but that's you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And oh yeah, there's something about this event. God is saying you need to bring your prices down. This event, this Caribbean Music Fest, August 16th from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. 2900 South Ocean Boulevard, Atlantic Beach, South Carolina 29582. Something about this. Bring your prices down, and y'all be safe here, because something about this. I don't know if it's that you want me to pull up or that something's gonna happen here. I can't, because there's so much going on that I can't quite pinpoint it. But when you come out here, come with some good vibes. There goes the scan, barter, scan. But I think you should bring down your price, because a lot of collectives want to go, but to pay $80, some people have that's VIP, and for a gen that's $60. So I don't know what regular admissions is, but you should probably make something free, because I know you're up and coming and you're trying to make that money, but you're taking somebody's rent money and the food money for the kids, or the Starseeds, or the clothing, and they want to support you, but they don't. Collective, we don't have the money to support you. So how can we make this happen without, I mean, you in South Carolina trying to get $80 for a ticket, bro? Like, they don't have it. Okay, did you see the roads? Did none of the signs say walk, walk? Okay, there's a lot of help that we need migrate down there to help, right? So we're in the process of having people migrate down there to help, right? This is going to beat somebody that's a townsperson in the head, because they can't pull up, but they want to be a part of the fun. So maybe this will reach you ahead of time, or maybe in time, or maybe you up the price because you get mad at what I'm saying. Like, other people have done that. But that's your choice. Remember, we all got choices at the end of the day. You make it, if that's what you want to do. And something that's significant about this place too. I don't know. Maybe it resonates with you. I don't know. So yeah, people are not slaves. They're people. And as far as in the kids, all of our starseeds are going through something. COVID-19 did something to every freaking body. All the bodies and the souls. So we've been working on that for my team. We've been working on that, but y'all, and the ones who rose me to action, I appreciate you. But there's a lot of you that we need to rise to action, but you're hurt and you have trauma. But the star seeds have more trauma than us, and a lot of us we have to deal with that trauma in our own way, or and figure that out while we're dealing with them. So you got to create a balance, okay? Period. And and it sucks. That's why I said make that fucking drive-in movie theaters that's for smokers, and you could drink there, whatever. And you can't let the younger crowd in. You can't let under 21 in, because they're gonna come with vibes that shouldn't be. They shouldn't be in there, straight like that. I period. Okay, they're still kids. I 25 is still a kid to me. Period. Now it's a case based because some people are a little older, but I think 21 and under shouldn't be in that space. Drive-in theater with a little bit of relaxation time, and a hookah bar that's THC and CBD, or a mixture of both, um, or and a movie theaters that you could chief or whatever, do your little one up there. That's for, I'm gonna say 21 and older, but I really don't want 21 there because I've been to spots and I've been paying attention, and man, the young ones, your vibration, you still need work on, and you just messed it up for every collective in your age rank, because I cannot have that. I can't have you there. And then when you see us speeding, you don't know what we're speeding for. So for the collective that's seeing that and thinking that's cool and that's what you're doing, shame on you. You don't know what you're doing, and you're being mad dangerous. So you should stop before you or somebody gets hurt, as you might not be able to come back to life from that at all. All right. Yeah. I didn't mean for this to be this long.